Mamma mia ragazzi, 9-0 to end the summer tournée in Asia, Australia. I can see the comments, keep of Okafor. Oh, Musa, it's a raw diamond, keeping. I can see them already, wow. Incredible. Okafor, 4 goals in 2 matches. Even Musa, Terracciano scored tonight. So I want to talk a little bit about the match. I want to talk about the tournée in general, what positive things we bring in back to Milano. And also, of course, a little bit of news on the Mercato and on Liberali, which is apparently is leaving us for good and once again makes my heart cry because such a young 18 years old player full of potential, see him going, it's really driving me crazy. Anyway, let's start with the match, guys, because Milan drill Perth Glory 9-0, but just to give a little bit of context, who's Perth Glory, right? Because you want to see, we didn't beat Serie A team 9-0. We beat Perth Glory, which is, at the moment, it is located last in the A-League in Australia. Played 26 match, won only 4 match this season. 17 match lost, 56 goal conceded. In the actually with part-time players. Some of the players, they're actually postmen, others they are bartender, others they are labor, others they are lumberjack, you know, this kind of thing. You know, to give a little bit of context, right? To give a little bit of, okay, wow, we beat 9-0, but against who? All right, so that's the level of the team. Compared to an Italian team, what I can imagine, it is probably, what, a Serie C team maybe, okay? So that's the level, unfortunately. What was interesting more than everything, of course, was the lineup, because Milan did a little bit of turnover compared to the match that we saw against Arsenal and Liverpool. We saw finally playing from the first minute Gabbia this time. We saw Bondo finally. We saw Jimenez this time. Very, very good. Of course, we play with, where is it? Apparently it was a 4-2-3-1 with Gabbia, Pavlovic, Terracciano, and Stupinian, Bondo, Loftus-Cheek, Chukwueze, Komotto, and Jimenez, and Okafor as a striker. Okafor got 2 goals, and this is the Okafor fans. They're gonna be like, yeah, he's back. We don't have to sell him, and so on. But just to give you an idea, that Chukwueze today seems like a prime Messi. I don't know, Jimenez, which is an incredible player, but he does the same thing in Milan Futuro. He did the same thing last season, so it's literally, that is the level. It's a Serie C. It's a Serie C team, okay? So, happy for the victory, but let's understand. Solid in the defense. We saw a great Pavlovic. Happy for the goal of Terracciano. There is even a goal of Musa. Oh my God, can you believe it? Everyone seems inspired. But again, yes, we are happy. We didn't concede a goal, which is an important thing. And Okafor scored a goal. Jimenez goal. Interesting to see this new player from the Primavera called Komotto, as he's 17 years old. Surely Joe Furlan is already thinking to selling it next year. 100%. Don't even fall in love with the player. Don't even follow him, because that's what happened with Liberali. So very, very happy. Everyone was a GoalFest. Also Ricci, very happy for Ricci that scored his first goal. Rafael Leão played only 45 minutes and scored twice, one on the last minute with a great cross of Bartesaghi. The next friendly match is actually in August, in 10 days. On Google, the only thing that can come out, it's Leeds United against Milan and Chelsea Milan. These are actually going to be a more interesting match, simply because, first of all, we played against a Premier League team, okay, number one. Number two, the Premier League will start very soon, so I guess the following week, the Premier League starts. So clearly, both teams, they want to be on point. Okay? We played Leeds 9th of August and Chelsea on the 10th. I don't know if it's a mistake, I don't know if it's what they planned, but apparently we're going to be playing one match after another. So it's going to be a very, very super friendly and laid back match, I believe, okay? What we can bring back home from these 3 matches, okay? Milan in this tournée in Asia, facing Arsenal first, and then Liverpool, and then Perth Glory. Now, a couple of things I would like to say about generally about Milan. It seems to me that there is a little bit more of attention to details, especially when we talk in defensively. Defensively, I think Milan, it is a little bit paid a little bit more of attention. We played against Arsenal, we conceded just 1 goal, risking a lot, risking way more, but conceding only 1 goal. Against Liverpool, we played a match very typical Allegri style, with a Liverpool that just started the season, so they were just fresh, not even put a little bit of training in their leg. Milan was very good at all the counter-attack that we did. So clearly the defense finally now looks like they move a little bit the things. There is a more unity in the back, at Ciao and Fikayo Tomori that looks and Pavlovic that looks a little bit more. They have a clearer idea, probably also because they are helped by the filter in the midfield, led by the Fofana, by the Ricci. I would say overall it's been a positive tournée for Milan. It's gonna be more interesting to see the match when they raise a little bit more the level against Leeds, especially, and Chelsea. It's gonna be more interesting. Now, Rafael Leão that led the victory and the team in every single match. So this is definitely a good thing. And Rafa this year I'm sure he's gonna do good, because he's arriving on a Sunday ready to go. He wants to smash every single match. And if we are having eventually a good balance in the back, we can really do some damages. Now, I don't want to get too hyped up because it's a preseason, because last preseason we beat Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester City, and then everything ended up as shit. And the interesting thing, guys, that I've been reading a little bit of Sempre Milan, and our friend Ben Dixon made an interesting article that, of course, got my attention. Milan waiting for charity in summer of change. The dangerous precedent it's set. Now, I love the title. Okay, I love it because they use that special word that is charity. Because, of course, Milan now is Ben, like me, is finding what is missing in this Milan. And of course he mentioned that Modric, Stupinian and Ricci was a kind of bargain that we work out. The story with the Stupinian was a little bit different, because Milan lost Maxime de Kuyper and Archie Brown. Due to the sleeping of the Mercato, we didn't have anybody else. So eventually, yes, okay, let's get a Stupinian. So he was not our first option because we were sleeping. It was not even the second option, it was the third option. That's why I like the word charity, because we know that Milan is not gonna chest up. We are the 7 times, we are the prince of Europe. We're gonna get whoever we want in the world. Also because Milan has money. Okay, we have money. It's not like they don't want to spend it. Now the names are Vlahovic or Gonzalo Ramos from PSG. But PSG is not in rush to sell. Neither Juventus is in rush to sell. So instead of going there and say, I want to have this player, what Milan is doing is waiting. It's charity work. Beggars. Read this. Rather than to pursue others, the idea is to wait until the end of August to see if a loan is an option. Right now, the Parisian giants only want to sell. If he's to leave the club, that's it. With time, maybe a loan become a possibility. However, it will not be until August, where the club knows. Of course, Paris is not in urge. We don't have to sell, so let's just wait. Let's do... Who are the beggars, okay? Who are the beggars? Anybody want to buy this one? No, okay? Anybody want to have a loan? And when you going to have a loan? Maybe at the end of the Mercato. So until the end of August, we're not going to have the player. There is no issue in seeking discounts. Rely on them, though, is where the dangers emerge. For Vlahovic, it's again understandable, like it's for Yashari. Beautiful words, absolutely beautiful words of Sempre Milan. Really, really, exactly on my point. And you know what is the things that scares me the most about this charity game that Giorgino Furlan is playing is that this is the attitude of a mid-table team. This is not the attitude of a winning team. Because winning is a liability. Winning causes problems, causes expectations. Passionate fans, passionate players are a liability, are a problem, because they're not that easy to change their mind, to be corrupted. The things that once again dry my eyes are the reports over Liberali. You know, the reports over Liberali heading for Catanzaro, a team in the south of Italy. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Catanzaro are very close to sign Liberali from Milan. The Serie B club are currently working with a player agent to finalize his arrival in what will be a permanent deal. The Rossoneri will retain 50% of the proceeds in any future sales. I honestly, this is it's bothering me a lot, because not only on a Milan level but also on an Italian level, you know, because Italy doesn't have anymore the Baggio, the Totti, the Del Piero, the Di Natale, the Miccoli, the Quagliarella. If we give away a player under 17 European champions, a player that we see last season, the few times that he was playing in the senior team, what he can do, a player that even today against Perth is on another level, is not for the Serie C level, okay? He should be under the spotlight. He should be learning how to deal the pressure of big match in Milan. And that could be an incredible investment for Milan itself, because you're growing an Italian player in your own home. Then later to give to the national team. But the problem is that apparently they don't want to renew his contract, because he's ending in 2026. So they are finding Catanzaro, or he's finding another team to play regularly. I understand that if the contract ends in 2026, I understand that you want to find a solution. But how much Liberali wants? How much he could want? 7 million, 8 million like Theo Hernandez? No. What kind of, this could be literally a player that you can sell it in 5 years for 50, for 60 million, if you want to sell it, or you just keep it there. You grow your own player from Milan Futuro, from the Serie C, from the Primavera. You let them play. You let them handle the pressure. You let them play nearby the Pulisic, the Modric, the Leão. That's how you grow a team. That's how you grow also a team culture. But if this guy become a problem, it's not seen anymore as if this guy is seen as an actual problem, the risk here is that the word in the dressing room change, and nobody, even a young player, they want to come to Milan, because they know they will be sold. And this is a problem for Milan, and this is a problem for the Italian national team. Because if that is the attitude, we are not going anywhere. And I also understand, because he played in Milan Futuro, he played in the senior team, and also he played in Primavera. So all three, he played in 3 different teams in one season with 3 different coaches. That's not the way to protect your players. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. This is bad business. That's how you destroy club culture. That's how you destroy future potential talents for Italy as a team. That's why we don't fucking qualify for the World Cup, because why not him? It's just bothering me so much, guys. I really hope that this management at the end of the season, they're gonna leave, because I'm so fed up. There is nothing that I like about this club. Really nothing. The club that I grew up watching, falling in love, it's not this one. It's far, 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 far away from what I fell in love with. We will see, guys. We will see what's gonna happen. Thank you so much for watching. Sempre Forza Milan. Ciao.